Andretti, Kenny Wallace, both with problems. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
Tony Stewart has pulled into pit road where they're going to try to do a quick diagnosis and see if they can figure out what's wrong with the electrical system of his car. If they can't fix it quickly here on pit road, he will go behind the wall, pull the valve cover, and lose many laps. At any rate, he has no chance to win the Daytona 500 in his rookie start. Mike?
The former Indy Racing League champion was the second fastest driver in qualifying, started here on the outside pole. Ernie Irvan working low on the racetrack, trying to pick up spots as things get racy in that lead pack. Right behind Jeff Gordon, there's Irvan inside Terry Labonte, who's up about as high as Terry has run today in that red number 5 right there next to Irvan.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff Gordon hasn't got many friends out there today. They're ganging up on him. Every time he gets a good run, they'll move the line out on him.
Buddy, one of the racing papers did a survey. What was the best, what was the worst race of the year? Number 1 answer, 1 out of 5 responses. Any race Jeff Gordon won. He is good. He wins a lot. Some people love that. Some folks don't. On the upper left of our screen, like Robert Presley there, displayed in green, that means he's gained a spot in the last lap. Mark Martin, you see, displayed in red, that means he is dropping back.
Yeah, Mark was in 8th place about 2 laps ago, but he's in a thick pack of cars, so it's not hard to lose 7 or 8 positions.
Ralph Shaheen.
Well, let's find out from crew chief Jimmy Fennig what the story is with Mark Martin. He's been watching him all day long. Here he comes. Jimmy, you guys won the shootout, but struggling today. What's the problem?
Well, it don't seem like nobody wants to work with us, so well, I don't know. We'll see if we can get some friends out there.
Mike, we were listening in on the scanner, and Mark has been screaming to his spotters, make me some friends. A lot of deals trying to be made on the roof up above you.
Yeah, 2 floors up above us on the roof. Every car has a spotter in radio contact, kind of like mission control with the astronauts. They tell the driver when he's clear going into the corner, when there's no cars in his blind spot, and the spotters talk to each other, trying to link cars that are running together, like Elliott Sadler in the 21 just ahead of Mark Martin, trying to get cars and make deals to go together to move up.
Yeah, and Elliott Sadler's a lap down, but you can see he's running just as fast as the lead group right now. So Mark's kind of caught up there, and he needs somebody that is on the lead lap that's running as fast as these guys leading.
Dick Berggren.
I'm with Tony Stewart, who's just pulled his helmet off. Tony, what is going on with the 2 cars?
I don't know. We're both jinxed today, that's for sure. I guess I brought all my IRL luck over here now. Every time I run anything, it seems like I tear a motor up. So,
what's the racetrack like, Tony?
The wind's pretty tough right now. I mean, a lot of guys are out there, and a lot of us are having trouble off the turn 2 with the cars pushing. So, you know, these guys have done a great job. We keep making adjustments, and the car kept getting better. We just can't get the motor to run now.
Is it blowing you around?
Yeah, the wind's pretty strong right now. It's, you know, after you get about 8 or 10 laps on the tires, it's making the cars push really hard off turn 2.
All right, they're going to try to at least find out what's wrong with this one. If they can, they can maybe make an adjustment to Bobby Labonte's car and get him to run better. Mike?
Tony Stewart in the Indy Racing League would either win, it seems, or blow up, and sometimes blow up while leading on the way to a win. But he has a lot of talent. You'll hear a lot from him this year.
I'm sure of that. I'll tell you one thing. Jeff Gordon can get shuffled back to 8th, 10th place, and all of a sudden he just comes right back up on the lead group. He's strong.
But it looks like there might be some hot dog wrapper. What is that white spot?
Paper plate.
Yeah, it looks like a paper plate right on Rusty Wallace's grill.
For more on that, here's Ralph.
Well, Robin Pemberton, you got a plate in front of your grill on the left side of the car. Is that going to affect the temperatures of Rusty's machine?
No, it's not blocking anything where we've got an air intake or anything for the radios. We've been watching. It's still about 190 degrees. It's okay.
Are you happy with the way the car is performing? Is it good enough to stay up front?
I only heard, are you happy about the car? And who wouldn't be right now?
This morning, I stood behind Mike Helton and David Hoots as they ran the drivers' meeting, and I looked at drivers' faces. There were a lot of grimaces and grim countenances, and the most relaxed fella in the whole meeting was Rusty Wallace, sitting, relaxed, joking with folks. Walt Zarnicki next to him for Penske. Caution! Caution is on the speedway. Slow car in the backstretch has hit the wall coming out of turn number 2.
Jimmy Spencer, look at the damage to the right front corner of that car. That's the reason for the caution.
Here they come to the line, and it will be Jeremy Mayfield leading the Daytona 500 for the first time today, picking up 5 season bonus points.
Yeah, it's nice to have a teammate that'll let you have those 5 points like that.
You wonder if Spencer might have had a tire problem on that right front, and when it came apart, it did all that damage. Of course, it's completely down on the pavement now.
And now there are only 4 drivers on the track eligible for that $1 million bonus. Spencer was one of the Noble 5.
So that leaves Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon, Terry Labonte, and Jeremy Mayfield.
You can see the right front is not turning right now. It's pushed all the way back into the firewall there. I don't look for him to return to this race.
That's a tough break for Jimmy. He came here with very high hopes, thinking he had a shot at winning that $1 million bonus.
So Travis Carter's Ford will be headed back to the garage and onto the trailer. And they'll break out a new piece for Rockingham next Sunday, race 2 on the Winston Cup Series. Caution is out again. This is only the second one of the day at lap 122 for Jimmy Spencer. Crashing coming out of turn number 3. Now pit stops would have been due at lap 150. If the team stop now, they cannot go all the way to the finish. So Ned, do you come in or do you stay out?
I believe they'll come in.
Look at that right front, not turning. And on the door there, the door bars almost come through the sheet metal there. You can see right along in that area right there where it hit so hard, the door bars tried to wear through to the sheet metal there.
Can't get the jack under it. They'll have to lift the car by hand to prop it up, and pit road is open. Here come all the cars on the lead lap, all 28 of them for service. Led by Jeremy Mayfield and Rusty Wallace and Jeff Gordon. Left side of your screen, first, second, and third place cars as they came in. Ralph?
Mike, they wanted Jeremy Mayfield to stop a little bit short so they could get Rusty in cleanly. Earl Barbary has a car up in the air with the jack. They come around to the left side. Robin Pemberton said that this stop will take them within about 15 to 18 laps of the finish of this race. They're in great shape. I got to tell you, I've never heard Rusty so calm on the radio. He's talking so smooth and easy. He's as confident as you can get.
.123 laps into the Daytona 500. A crash on pit road. 2 cars collide trying to miss a tire that rolled out from one of the pits. Ernie Irvin's yellow number 36 and the blue number 6 of Mark Martin were the cars that tried to avoid that tire that got kicked out from one of the pit stalls as the cars accelerated away. Well, we'll sort that one out when we come back to Daytona International Speedway. You're watching the 41st annual Daytona 500 live on CBS Sports.
There are many ways you can get stuck with a flat tire. But not with this tire. Even with no air pressure, you keep driving to safety. The Goodyear AquaSteel Run Flat. It could be the difference between getting stuck and getting there. Only from Goodyear.
You change your oil every 3,000 miles, right? No, do you? You push it. Now you're so busy you try to squeeze another 1,000 miles out of your oil. Or more. Well, squeeze this. To do it yourself when you have the time. Reformulated Quaker State. Protection beyond 3,000 miles under any driving conditions. Anybody say insurance? It's been tested. And unlike that lazy uncle nobody really likes to talk about, it works. So go get some. Quaker State. Sensible technology. What more do you need to know?
This is a sport where the work of weeks and months is measured in hundredths of a second. This is a sport where glory and fortune can all come down to a gallon of gas. This is a sport where fans buy seats they never sit in, and they couldn't be happier about it. This is a sport that truly revolves around its fans. In fact, the drivers even go door to door to get the fans to come to the track. This is NASCAR. You have your weekend projects. We have ours.
Saturday, Kentucky clashes with Arkansas.
94 rocks on CBS.
Monday night on CBS, all new episodes of comedy, starting with a special guest appearance by Ossie Davis on Cosby, followed by The King of Queens with Kevin James and Jerry Stiller. Raymond goes on a Caribbean cruise with his mom on an all-new Everybody Loves Raymond. And you've got to see Dick Van Dyke as Ted Danson's father on Becker. Then an all-new LA Doctors. That's Monday on CBS. You're looking down from 1,000 feet above Daytona International Speedway from the Goodyear blimp Stars and Stripes, based in Pompano Beach. Pilot Dan Thomas and cameraman Bob Rosedale giving you these views. Let's show you what happened. Jimmy Spencer crashed in turn 2 to bring out the caution. And on pit road, a tire has rolled out.
Looks like it might have come off of Joe Nemechek's car. You see all these cars going out, they dodge it, but Ernie Irvan cuts to the right, Mark Martin has to cut square to the right.
You want to know how good Mark Martin is? That would have been a big crash if he hadn't reacted, jerked that car onto the grass and around that Ernie Irvan car as he was going off pit road. What a heads-up run. Watch him right here. He turns it hard right out into the grass, and that could have been about a 3-car pile up there.
Looks like Ernie might have hit the tire just a little bit. Probably no damage done from that.
If you're Mark Martin steaming down pit road, here's what you've got to do. Slide through the grass, kick it left, and get going again. See, Kenny Irwin pulls out. That tire's already out there. He just ducks inside it. Doesn't appear to be any harm done. No aerodynamic damage to those cars. Bill Elliott has taken the lead.
I think he only changed 2 tires, Mike. He was out of the pits very quickly. And so Elliott wanted to get those 5 bonus points for leading. Earlier in the race, he only changed 2 tires and was able to run pretty competitively. So he did it again.
There you see where the leaders came out of pit road. Bill Stevens.
Well, as you had surmised, Ned, it was Joe Nemechek's tire that Mark Martin cracked as he was leaving pit road.
So Bill Elliott is the leader. There's a look at Joe Nemechek. He is on the lead lap in 22nd place. Rusty Wallace is second. Mike Skinner is third. Jeff Gordon fourth. Jeremy Mayfield, who was the leader coming into the pits, is the 5th place car. Dale Jarrett is 6th. Terry Labonte 7th. Chad Little, Kenny Irwin, and Michael Waltrip are the top 10.
And we're ready to go racing.
Ernie Irvan's 11th. Kenny Schrader, Mark Martin, Ward Burton, Robert Presley, the top 15. Three laps to go.
Now here are some cars that feel this might be their best shot to get a lap back. With the car out there that only changed 2 tires, that being Bill Elliott leading the race. So they figure, well, maybe we'll be just a little bit faster with 4 tires, so they're going to make a run for it. There's Jeff Burton right here down on the inside, trying to make it 3 deep. He wants to catch Bill Elliott.
This is the 11th Daytona 500 that Bill Elliott has led in 21 starts.
Somebody better tell Bill Elliott. He's running pretty darn good. I was just watching the 2-car there of Rusty Wallace. He's led much of this race. He didn't gain much on Bill Elliott down the back straightaway.
Kind of funny. Thursday in the qualifying race, no Ford led a lap. Look at this. No Chevrolet or Pontiac has been able to get to the front since early stages of this race.
Okay, you see Rusty Wallace hung out to dry there on the outside.
Well, Mike Skinner down on the inside as we see these cars go by. Skinner has a very fast race car. This is him right there in the blue and yellow, number 31. Gordon down on the inside. Rusty Wallace in the blue and white, number 2 Ford. Up on the outside, but Skinner's the one that wants to challenge Bill Elliott.
Before today, Rusty Wallace has only led 11 laps in the Daytona 500 in all the times he's been here. And just today, he's climbed to 27th in the all-time leader rankings.
Wow, look at this. Terry Labonte caught meat in the sandwich there as they come off the corner.
He'll rectify that. He'll try to get back down on the inside if he possibly can. And it looks like he will behind his teammate, Jeff Gordon.
Ned, please don't say rectify. I snapped my neck around looking to see where the wreck was.
Okay.
Here's Earnhardt down on the bottom right side of your screen. He's trying to dash back up from the midst of that lead pack up to the front. Since the early going, he's had a tough day.
You're exactly right. And track position means everything. Here's the 2 teammates trying to work together there. Mike Skinner on the outside as they go down the back straightaway side by side.
Jeff Gordon leading that inside line. Off into turn 3, lapped car of Derek Cope, the 1990 winner. Just behind him, then Ricky Rudd. Here's Ralph.
Mike, to make matters worse for Dale Earnhardt, he's had to switch over to his backup ignition box, so things are not all well with the number 3 car.
You're riding with the number 3 car, Dale Earnhardt, as you see him right in front of him there. That's Michael Waltrip looking to the inside of Kenny Irwin as they head down into turn 1.
Bill Stevens.
Chad Little's car is running like a freight train. They were going to make an adjustment to it earlier, but crew chief Jeff Hammond said the track has come to him. Also, he says that he would love to run with Terry Labonte yesterday in happy hour. They were running their fastest speeds with the number 5 car.
Look at this. New tires, suddenly everybody's Superman. But
oh, yeah, but just give them about 10 laps, and you'll see the better handling race cars back at the front again.
Tough drive to get there for some of these. Ricky Rudd stuck in the middle. He is 1 lap down.
Rusty wanted to look on the inside, but no room there as we see all that racing back in the pack.
Well, boy, I tell you one thing. Anybody that remembers a few years back knows that Bill Elliott knows this racetrack.
Well, he's running about 47.5 seconds. We've talked about, those seconds, how long it takes him to get around here, and that's right in there with some of the best laps we've seen turn here this afternoon.
70 laps to go. The Fords of Bill Elliott, Rusty Wallace, Jeremy Mayfield, and Dale Jarrett lead the Chevrolet of Jeff Gordon in the 41st annual Daytona 500. Lead change. Rusty Wallace back to the front. Here comes his teammate Jeremy Mayfield, number 12, right with him, and Dale Jarrett. Tony Stewart is back in the race after a stay behind pit wall. And 4 cars, single file, double file behind as Bill Elliott loses the lead and a couple of spots more. 29 laps to go here at Daytona. 69 laps to go. We'll be right back.
I was going through this intersection.
What?
No, this guy came out of nowhere, and I swear to avoid him, but...
Slow down. Are you all right?
What happened? Dad, I'm really sorry about the car.
That doesn't matter. That's okay. Don't worry about that.
Your whole life can change in a second. So think about this. Ford Taurus is the only car in its class to earn a 5-star government front crash test rating.
He shook up, but he's fine.
It is more than sport. It is spirit. Ritual. Family. The Coca-Cola Racing family. Refreshed by Coke.
Every 10 seconds or so, a stop sign goes up somewhere in America. And every 30 seconds, a traffic light goes up. It's as hard on your car as it is on you. It's stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go driving. Use Pennzoil. Formulated for today's stop and go driving. Stop, go, Pennzoil.
Uh-oh. I'm a junior VP, and all the junior VPs have one of these. So I'll just call my secretary, and then she'll... Voicemail. Chuck, number 4's down.
Gotcha. I'm a mailroom guy, and all the mailroom guys get to see the phones that the senior VPs get.
Nextel's two-way radio feature makes ordinary cell phones seem ordinary. And now for a limited time, you can get Nextel phones starting at $99 each.
How difficult is it for criminals to buy guns? Let these undercover cops show you how easy it is tonight on 60 Minutes.
NASCAR racing continues next month on CBS from Texas Motor Speedway. The Coca-Cola 300 Busch Race March 27th and the Texas 500 Sunday, March 28th. And the first first network telecast of a NASCAR race in prime time, the Pepsi 400 Saturday night, July 3rd. Trouble, turn 3. Car spinning up into the wall mid-pack.
It's Dale Jarrett, one of them.
Mark Martin is in it. Elliott Sadler, the rookie, and cars spin.
See Terry Labonte.
Steve Park is in there, 99. Jeff Burton,
yeah.
Joe Nemechek, 42. Sterling Marlin, number 40. Jeffrey Bodine, former winner.
Boy,
Ward Burton, heavy damage on his Pontiac.
Those cars were all running so close together.
And Dale Jarrett trying to win his third Daytona 500. Will not today.
There's Sterling Marlin in the 40 right there. Joe Nemechek in the 42, I saw him. Here comes Jarrett out of the car. That's great to see. Wow.
A grinding crash entering turn 3 at lap 135 has brought out this third caution of the day. And Jarrett, who had a chance to win over $2 million today.
And Terry Labonte also had that same chance, and he's out of it.
Mark Martin, tremendous amount of damage to his car.
Get you a good deal on a Ford Taurus, only driven 300 miles.
No, you see, he's been around backwards.
You see the cockpit is all intact. Mark is okay. Trying to see if that car will steer. There is Rich Bickle, the Wisconsin driver.
Boy.
Steve Park in the yellow fire suit. All discussing what happened to start that melee. That is Jeffrey Bodine driving for Joe and Nancy Bessie, the 86 winner. And look at the litter in turn 3.
That is a mess.
10 race cars, wreckers and support vehicles.
There's Dale Jarrett. You can see he's not hurt. He's
not happy.
A little aggravated, but I tell you, you can tell he's walking no limps. He's doing what happened.
Elliott Sadler has been helped from his car. He's walking along to the ambulance. That's Terry Labonte inside the ambulance sitting that Dale Jarrett's in conversation with. Anytime there's an accident on a major super speedway, the drivers are required to climb into the ambulance and take the ride to the care center to be checked over. Let's see if we can see what happened entering turn 3.
Well, there's Dale Jarrett right there as they head off in the corner. He goes down on the flat part of the racetrack.
He might have had a little bit of a bump from the 28 car, his teammate, as they went in there.
At 190 miles an hour, it's almost impossible for the brakes to slow the car to miss the incident. You steer for the hole and hope it's still there when you get there.
Boy, that track closed up in a hurry. When one car spun, as close as they were running together, they had to get a lot of other cars involved.
Add Ricky Rudd. Right there at the start of that replay, was there contact between Jarrett and the 28?
Yeah, it looked like there was just light contact, just enough to turn him down on flat and shoot him right back up in front of oncoming traffic.
Another angle. The cars you're watching, Jarrett's already gone at that point.
And just shoots back up across the racetrack right into Terry Labonte. And then other cars, there's Mark Martin in the 6th car. There comes Ward Burton in number 22.
Jeffrey Bodine, he was the next to him there.
Robert Presley.
Someone's upside down there.
That was Bodine, I believe, that went on his route. Let's show you Dale Jarrett's view. Well, that showed you which car was upside down.
Brother.
From Mark Martin's roof cam. From Ward Burton. and from the Goodyear blimp.
Well, this will tell the story right here.
Okay, there's the 28 down on the inside of the 88 just a little bit as they start into that corner. And I believe they made a little bit of contact. And I think maybe what happened is Jeff Gordon had just gone by Jarrett going down the backstretch, and Kenny Irvin was going to follow Jeff Gordon into that turn, and Dale Jarrett didn't know he was there, and when he went into the corner, you go down a little bit. Let's watch it right here again.
Here we go.
Is there contact? Right there. From this angle,
Boy, it didn't look like it. It looked like maybe the air was disturbed on the rear spoiler there, and it just jumped off the ground and down on the flat part of the racetrack. And from there, you're just a passenger.
Well, let's ride with Kenny Irwin and see if his car nudges from contact with Dale Jarrett.
Yes, sir. That looked like contact to me.
Folks, if you could ride on a skateboard behind one of these cars at 190 miles an hour and just touch the bumper, you could spin it around. They're that close to the edge of control. Ralph?
The key on this stop, Mike, is going to be the gas man, Bob Tracy, for Rusty Wallace. Maybe they can get enough fuel in to get them all the way. They're going to put on tires. They're not making any changes. They've left themselves plenty of room with Jeremy Mayfield. First one's in, first one's out. That's exactly what they were hoping for. Problems with Mayfield stopped a little bit slower. Dale Earnhardt does get away quicker than Mayfield. To Nick Berggren.
The 31 car, Mike Skinner, took just 2 tires on the outside, and these guys are all high-fiving themselves. They have done a terrific pit stop. Less than 17 seconds for Mike Skinner's crew.
And they're rewarded, Dick, by being the first team off pit road. Mike Skinner will have the lead in this race when we go back to green. 138 laps complete, 62 to go. Daytona 500 coverage continues after this message and a word from your local station.
There's a lot of reasons why so many people who take care of their cars turn to AutoZone each week. The low prices on the replacement parts they really need, and the large selection of the things they simply want. But most of all, they come to AutoZone because of the helpful, friendly people who work there. The kind of folks who know their stuff and who'll go the extra mile to help you out. Because after all, taking pride in taking care of people is what AutoZone is all about.
When you beat on people or they beat on you, that's what racing's all about.
Boom. You feel it everywhere. Your shoulder, back, whenever you bump somebody.
You want to be the one doing the bumping.
You could call them door dings, but most of the time they're tire marks. If it's on the left side of your car, it means somebody hammered on you all day long.
When you run with the big boys, it shows. The Trade and Paint Series. Capturing all the bumps, rubs, and scrapes of racing NASCAR like only Hot Wheels does. Limited edition for a limited time.
And once you get into somebody, your heart just stops, and all of a sudden it goes again.
I know just how you feel.
Hot Wheels Racing. Feel it.
Log on to CBS and Grammy.com and watch the Grammys live CBS this February.
NASCAR and Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse both started from humble beginnings. But you made us bigger. You made us better. You made us faster. So consider this a quick thanks. Sure beats the heck out of a thank you card. Lowe's, official sponsor of the number 31 NASCAR Winston Cup stock car.
Hey, Ray, those brake pads really did the trick. Great. I got a couple more things I need. Do you think you have these?
Think? No problem. Hey, Jeff, can you get these for Dan?
I'm on it.
Hey, Dan, here you go. Anything else?
No, I think this'll do it.
All right, great.
Thanks, guys.
Not as fast as Charlotte. Yeah, I know. It's a little slow in that turn at aisle 3.
Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
News Channel 3 takes you in the ring of professional wrestling, Monday at 11.
Welcome back to Daytona. We're under caution, 139 laps. Teammates Joe Nemechek and Sterling Marlin discuss the aftermath of Dale Jarrett's spin next to their wrecked race cars. From Dale Jarrett's car, let's ride along as the two-time Daytona 500 winner headed for turn 3. Once again from Mark Martin. And from Kenny Irwin's car. We remain under caution with 60 laps to go. We'll come back and give you a rundown on the cars involved in the incident and whether or not they're able to get back into the Daytona 500 right after this.
Dial 10-10-345 for long distance. Calls are always 10 cents a minute. Long calls, short calls, 10 cents a minute with no monthly fee. And every call's a chance to win a prize. So dial 10-10-345 plus 1 in the number today. Rough.
You know something, Lou?
Yeah?
I know why we got fired. Too much of your yapping and not enough of this.
What's that? Hey, that was uncalled for.
Oh, and electrocuting us last year was okay.
That was a joke.
Ah, you like jokes, huh? Here's one for you. Two frogs walk into a bar. One of them does this.
Ow!
Slap the punk.
Call security.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, hey, ow!
Want a piece of me?
Frankie!
Look, he's changing
Come
colors.
on, squirt some tears, punk.
Frankie, I think they're upset.
Let me tell you about the best traffic report in town, brought to you by QXRT's Barb and Bill.
Woo! It's a scorcher out there, and I hope none of you are trying to get anywhere soon. From up here, it looks like a little backup heading downtown.
These guys have the ultimate view.
This is Barb and Bill, the QXRT traffic team, signing out. Once again, our Explorer saves the day.
Yeah, glad we're not down in that mess.
And just think of the money they saved on a helicopter. The new Ford Explorer, built Ford tough.
There are many ways you can get stuck with a flat tire. But not with this tire. Even with no air pressure, you keep driving to safety. The Goodyear AquaSteel Run Flat. It could be the difference between getting stuck and getting there. Only from Goodyear.
When Cheech rents a place from Don, their relationship crumbles.
You don't expect me to pay for this? I'm the landlord, not the dope that took the dive through the ceiling.
An all-new Nash, CBS Friday.
One lap and we'll go back to green. 18 cars on the lead lap. Jeremy Mayfield was up front, but look on this pit stop. He comes out of the pits in 8th place. And the crew very disheartened over that stop.
Yeah, they knew it. They knew that it was not a real good pit stop.
Dick Berggren.
Well, Robert Yates owns both Kenny Irwin's car and Dale Jarrett's car that were involved in that incident. What did it look like to you? You've been watching the replays.
Well, I've seen one replay, and you know, I don't just have to wait and see what really happened. I didn't see it close enough to comment on it.
Okay, no comment from Robert Yates. Very diplomatic car owner at the moment.
On the replay from Kenny Irwin's car, you could hear the engine decelerate down the back straightaway as he tried to give Dale Jarrett room to get in line. That was what Irwin told his crew chief over the radio. I tried to give him room to get in. Let's see what Bill Elliott saw through all this. Elliott now the 17th place car. Look to the left side of the screen right there. Did they touch? We're back under green. 12 cars involved in that accident. Only one, Ward Burton, has come in and out of the pits. Cars on the lead lap, led by Mike Skinner in the Chevrolet. Rusty Wallace in second. Dale Earnhardt, Skinner's teammate, is in 3rd place, trying to get up and draft with his Richard Childress stablemate.
And Michael Waltrip in 4th place, having a great run here today in the car number 7, the white and blue car.
Then it's Jim Gordon in 5th. Ernie Irvin 6th. Kenny Irwin. Here's Irwin on the inside, 7th. Michael Waltrip to the high side in number 7.
Inside Dale Earnhardt going into turn 1 and was able to make that pass. I didn't know if he was going to make it or not.
You know, I really believe right now that Jeff Gordon may have the fastest car on the speedway, and Earnhardt knows that his car is not quite as quick. And like you get, once you move like that, you have to build momentum back up again, and you see how far back Dale Earnhardt has dropped.
A while ago, Earnhardt restarted 16th and climbed his way quickly to 6th. Now, Dick Berggren, they had an ignition problem they diagnosed earlier, and then what happened to repair it, and what was the effect on Earnhardt's speed?
Well, they just changed ignition boxes, which is something the driver could do right in the car. He flips a couple of switches, and he's onto a backup ignition system. And what happened is Earnhardt had lost 200 RPM. The engine had simply slowed down, and that, of course, slows the race car down as well, since they run wide open all the way around. He's had his problems today for sure. A bad pit stop, ignition problem, but don't count Dale Earnhardt out. This is Daytona after all.
Some heavy racing back there in the pack. It's 3 wide. As we've seen it several times, that's Wally Dallenbach in the red car down on the inside, Ricky Rudd in the middle, Dave Marcus up there on the outside.
That's Kevin LePage in the 16 there. He's right in the, these cars are painted so much alike, it looks like Ricky Rudd.
You're right. 16 car of Kevin LePage, who's having a good run here today.
You know, Ned, both LePage and Dallenbach we haven't talked about much today, but that dark red number 25 of Dallenbach and that Dayglow machine number 16 of LePage are right up in this lead pack, 11th and 12th place.
Yeah, Ricky Rudd just said he's behind the wall. He's out of the race right now in his Ford.
Drivers involved in that crash out of the race: Dale Jarrett, Jeffrey Bodine, Terry Labonte. Mark Martin's car still being worked on pit road. Joe Namath checks out. Stephen Park, Sterling Marlin, Jeff Burton, Rich Bickle, Elliott Sadler, and repairs being made to Ricky Rudd's car. 12 cars in all involved at lap 135.
Mike Skinner first, Rusty Wallace second. 1984, Mike Skinner was on Rusty Wallace's pit crew. He was a tire changer, and he remembers thinking every time Rusty came on pit road, I should be in that seat. He got ready to quit. Darrell Bryant, the crew chief, then said, what would it take to have you stay with us, Mike Skinner? He said, Rusty's seat. He's got his own seat today, and it's got a pretty good view right now. First place, Skinner over Wallace. Mike Joy.
That's a great story, Ken. Mike Skinner came down here and for a while I think even swept the floors over at Richard Petty's shop, trying to make the move from California short tracks into Winston Cup racing.
You know, when Skinner went with Childress to run the truck division, everybody said, I don't understand that. Richard Childress saw something in this guy that he thought he would be a winner, and he was a champion in that division, and that speaks highly of the truck races also, because right now he's leading the biggest race in all of Winston Cup.
Richard Childress had once loaned Mike Skinner an engine for a race, kept an eye on him, and he said, I saw what I liked and never forgot that. Ralph Shaheen.
Mike, this piece here in my hand is what is going to make the difference in this race here today. These are the jets. The one who guessed right on the jet is the one who's going to get the best fuel mileage today. Remember, the weather changed dramatically here this morning, and you had to adjust these jets. These cars will average about 6 miles to the gallon. The right jet gets you the most fuel. That gets you to victory lane. I just talked to Kevin Hamlin, crew chief for Dale Earnhardt, Jeremy Mayfield's crew chief Paul Andrews, and Rusty Wallace's crew chief Robin Pemberton. Right now, they're all very much up in the air as to how much fuel they're going to have left as this race winds down.
Mike, when they talk about jets, let's explain what that is. That's where the fuel goes down into the carburetor. The bigger the jet, the more fuel goes down through it. The smaller the jet, less fuel. The problem with leaning them out too much and making that jet too small, it'll burn a hole in the top of the piston. So it's highly a balance act to get these cars to get good mileage.
52 laps to go. Bill Stevens.
with Sterling Marlin. Took a pretty good lick. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The Coors Light shifting's not too good, but it looked like 28 popped 88, turned him around, and just he was right there on him, wouldn't know where to go, and we piled everybody up. But they did give us a little more plate or something. I mean, you just get all bunched up, it's nowhere to go, and need some more power.
Two-time winner won't make it number 3 this year.
That restrictor plate sits beneath the carburetor on top of the intake manifold. As we said earlier this week, it takes the volume of air the size of a grapefruit trying to flow through that engine and restricts it down to 4 holes, each the size of a grape. The engine can't get enough air for the drivers to have enough power to pull out and pass. Dick Berggren.
Mark Martin is getting ready to finally leave his pit area after an extended stay. This poor guy's got no luck here. He's dropped out of this race with a crash, engine failure, overheating. He's run out of gas. Last year it was a ring and pinion, and here he goes again with another crash problem. Tough luck for Mark Martin today. He had a great car.
NASCAR said at the drivers' meeting they'll have one chance to get broken, repaired cars back up to an acceptable speed on the racetrack. Then they would have to go to the garage. 50 laps to go at Daytona.
As Napa drivers, you're responsible for safely delivering the best parts in the world. So I've brought in a special guest instructor. Ron Hornaday, NASCAR Truck Series champion.
You want to go to the turns about 130.
What's a safe distance to be from the guy in front of you?
5 inches. It's called drafting.
Huh?
All right, get in the truck. I'm going to have to show you. You getting all this down?
They're going to can me for this.
Sounds like a hot idea is going public.
Gotta get in on it.
Something new.
Applebee's new.
100% ground chuck.
Grill. Older.
Beefier. Beefier. Give me beefier.
Cheese. Your slices.
Fresh.
Onions. Red onions.
Give me pickles.
Big one. Toast the bun. Toast the bun. I want fries. You got it. Want to buy? Buy. Oh, what a price. Buy at Applebee's. New great grilled burgers. New great grilled burgers.
Don't miss this initial public offering. You belong at Applebee's.
Crew set. Everybody's ready. Let's go.
Here it comes. Let's hit it.
Rock your way to the fastest finish.
You're good. You're fast. After lunch, we'll do the other side of the street.
Make sure you've got genuine sheetrock. USG Sheetrock brand products. Official marketing partner of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
In racing, the engine is everything.
What? It's the driver.
A driver will never see a finish line without a great engine.
The greatest engine will never see a victory lap without a great driver.
At least they agree on Haviland Formula 3 motor oil, the same oil you can buy right off the shelf.
The engine's the first thing over the finish line.
Not in Indy cars.
This CBS Sports Race Summary is sponsored by Haviland Formula 3 motor oil. Add more life to your car.
Three-quarters of the way through the 41st running of the Daytona 500, and 7 leaders, 12 lead changes in all. The average speed now dropped to just over 160 miles an hour. We've had 3 caution flags, and 12 cars are now out of the race, and including on that last incident, Burton, Park, Terry Labonte will not return today. Mike Joy.
Thanks, Greg. There is still quite a battle for the lead in this race. 20 cars are still running on the lead lap, and another 16 cars are running laps down. Lead change. Rusty Wallace now at the front with Dale Earnhardt. Here's how he overhauled Mike Skinner.
Looks to the inside, going down into turn 3. Has help from Earnhardt as they motor by. Teammates don't mean much right now. They're trying to make moves here. Here comes Gordon.
And that's how they run right now. Now Kenny Irwin is the driver up on the high side in the Ford.
And Kenny Irwin in a lot of trouble right now. He's hung out there by himself. As you can see, the faster line on the bottom. Here comes Skinner by him. There'll be about 5 or 6 cars get by him before he can get back in line.
Rusty Wallace back to the front. He's led more laps in this Daytona 500 than in all the 16 he's run before. this race in the garage with Bill Stevens.
Dale Jarrett, obviously an unhappy way to end the day.
Not what we had planned for sure, but had a good race car. It's just unfortunate, but get cars bunched up like that, and things are going to happen. I had to check up a little bit over in 2, and the guys went to the inside of me, and I just tried to hold my line, but it got tapped a little bit getting into 3, and a lot of things are going to happen when that starts.
You know that the 28 was right up on you at that point.
I wasn't sure who was there. I knew that there were cars there, and I just tried to give them room. Till you get down there, everybody's got to get back in line, or you run in on the apron. But things are going to happen, and it's just the way it goes some days.
That's a very gracious Dale Jarrett. He's learned a lot from his mom and dad.
You don't think okay. I thought you were going to say mom and leave dad off.
Nope.
No, I'm proud of the way that he handles things. Has to be very disappointed because, like many of these drivers came here with thoughts of winning the Daytona 500. But there's a lot of guys here going at it still.
And now Dale Earnhardt threw the block on Jeff Gordon right there. He wants to stay right behind Rusty Wallace.
Yeah, you got it. A Ford against 3 Chevrolets right now, and you can see Jeff Gordon getting in the rumble on the inside there.
Here comes Gordon down to the inside into the tri-oval. He takes second from Earnhardt. Skinner is going to repay the favor his teammate put on him 2 laps ago. Pass by Earnhardt. Now come up and draft with him.
Now that's a lap car there, the 30 there, Derek Cope. He's right in the middle of this thing, though.
Well, he'd like to get up there and get in front of the leader, Rusty Wallace, and then have a caution come out, and he'd get back in the thick of this thing. He's currently running in the 21st position, 1 lap down.
Ooh, was that a bump in the back straightaway between Cope and the car on the outside, Dale Earnhardt?
Or either the 31 car. I'm not sure which one he touched, Mike, but it looked like they got awfully close together.
I think we're about to see the second part of this. These guys are racing right now and trying to get that great track position. You see some of Rusty's crew there looking this on, checking every lap.
Well, this race could come down to the final pit stop. And every second you gain in the pits, that's 300 feet out on the racetrack. Now, Bill Elliott, Kyle Petty, Rick Mast, and Robert Presley all pitted at lap 141 under yellow. They may not have to stop again. Here's another look.
Yep, it was Skinner. Skinner gets sideways. You see just behind him there, Dale Earnhardt. Watch them as they start down through here. Right there, they come together.
And here goes Gordon trying to move around. Once again, or Skinner trying to pass him on the outside.
Mike Skinner trying to come back on the outside with Ken Irwin waving. You saw Skinner on the outside waving to Irwin.
Come on, help me. Push. Let's pedal hard.
And Rusty's looking in the mirror. Hey, y'all just keep it up.
Oh, yeah, he's loving that. And they're right back there running side by side. It just sets him free out front. He can't pull away from them, but at least he's running in good, clean, free air. And
Kenny Irwin has a tremendously fast car. He dropped back to about 9th. He fought his way back up there. Look at him look to the outside here, down the back straightaway.
Almost, yes they are, 3 abreast. Kenny Irwin way up the racetrack, and Skinner right in the middle. Let's go back to the garage, Bill Stevens.
With Joe Nemechek, first half of the race, no problems, then bombs away.
Yeah, it was pretty clean the first half, but when they have those restarts, everybody gets kind of anxious, and everybody's battling for that spot, and I don't know, someone got turned sideways. It's a shame for, this whole Bell South Lucent Technology Chevy. Guys worked real hard, had our best qualifying run ever here at Daytona for the 500, and end up tore up in the garage again, but I'm all right.
Front row Joe still happy. To Ralph.
Ray Evernham, the crew chief for Jeff Gordon. Ray, are you in a good position now? You're right where you need to be?
Well, not really. It's like to be out front, but the car's just a little bit off. Rusty's got an awful fast car, so we're going to need some help if we're going to get out front.
Where do you think you'll get that from? Anybody in particular you run better with?
It doesn't seem like we've got any so far today, so I don't know where it's going to come from. It's going to have to wait till everybody gets greedy at the end and hope the carts fall where they may.
How about fuel? You okay there?
Yeah, we should just make it. We should make it by 0.6 of a lap.
3 wide racing continues here in the Daytona 500. Winding down, 39 laps to go. Rusty Wallace trying to win his first 500. Continues to lead. 1997 race champion Jeff Gordon.
Here beer is the best it can be at the brewery, fresh and at its peak of taste. Light, heat, and age are all enemies of beer that work against its taste from the moment it leaves the brewery. Budweiser's 12 local breweries ensure that your Budweiser is fresh and has not been subject to long trips. So you might say your Budweiser has less miles on it, and that means it'll taste like it does straight from its source.
Hey, let's talk New York. Let's talk pizza. Let's talk big. Like the new Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. It's so big it's got 3 zip codes. You need a road map to find your way across it. It's so big on the other side, it's almost Cleveland. It's a genuine street corner, 16-inch New York style pizza with 8 big floppy foldable slices dripping with cheese and tomato sauce that's really, really good. At a price that's very un-New York, $9.99. $9.99. You can't even get a taxi for that price. The Big New Yorker pizza from Pizza Hut. The best pizzas under one roof.
It's the greatest racing on earth.
Exciting. Speed.
The drivers. It's a rush. Exhilaration and acceleration.
Family fun.
Fast cars. Top trucks.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Series, the NASCAR Busch Series, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. This is NASCAR.
NASCAR is racing.
Michael came onto the scene in Indy cars as a winner. I'm very proud of the fact that he's carrying on the Andretti name. I'll never forget the first really competitive pass that he did on me. We banged wheels a little bit. That car almost full drift in front of me, and he was gone. Adios, Dada.
The Andrettis rely on the same Haviland Formula 3 motor oil you can buy right off the shelf.
That's my boy.
Ray's taking an exotic Caribbean cruise with his mother.
Bingo starts at 4.
But I'm hanging myself at 3.
All new Raymond, CBS Monday.
36 laps to go. Up front, Rusty Wallace trying to win his first Daytona 500 in 17 years of trying. Second, Jeff Gordon, the 97 winner. Third, number 3, Dale Earnhardt, last year's winner. Fourth, Mike Skinner, the 97 pole sitter. And fifth, Jeremy Mayfield, number 12, who got his breakthrough first win last season.
And I'm watching Michael Waltrip in that 7 car. He has driven the wheels off that car today, Ned.
He really has. He has a good fast race car, and he has moved around on the racetrack. He made a move a while ago out there that really, it was a good one.
Took my breath.
Positions, yeah.
20 cars on the lead lap, just 2 seconds apart. Will there be a final pit stop? Dick Berggren?
Well, we've been taking a little vote here, and we've taken some polls in the pit area. Larry McReynolds, who is crew chief for Mike Skinner, very confidently says, we're okay. So I came down and asked his teammate, Kevin Hamlin, who's crew chief for Dale Earnhardt, can you make it? He said, we'll see. I said, what does that mean? He said, we're going to try. Bill Stevens?
Indecision all along pit road. Spoke to Jeff Hammond after Chad Little's last pit stop. I asked him, another pit stop. He said, splash and go. Ralph.
I've spoken to crew chief Robin Pemberton of our lead car, Rusty Wallace. He says we're going for it. They can make it with not much left, but they can make it. And I've spoken to Ray Evernham, crew chief of the second place car, now dropping back to third and fourth. Jeff Gordon, they think they can barely make it as well, Mike.
Wallace, the leader. Mayfield tries to go to the low side to get with his teammate and almost piles into Earnhardt. I'll tell you what, it's cool out there today, and if Earnhardt gets to the front, these fans will be jumping up and down.
They are getting wild out on that racetrack. They are flat doing some racing.
Well, what happened there is the 3 car, Earnhardt, he looked in the mirror and said, you know what? You're not going to do that to me. He just checked up and pulled hard left on Jeremy Mayfield.
He's the black Chevrolet in the midst of that Ford sandwich. Probably Dale Earnhardt knows best how Rusty Wallace feels right now. It's Wallace's 17th 500. It took Earnhardt 20 years to win this race. Rusty's still trying.
Rusty Wallace in the lead. Earnhardt right behind. Classic 42nd annual Daytona 500. Rusty Wallace has said, bravery is not what wins races. A smart race car driver wins races. You've got to be aggressive, but you can't be aggressive and stupid at the same time. So far, that latter category has not been in that Rusty Wallace vocabulary. He has been a smart race driver all afternoon. Let's see if it can stand up.
Ken, I just can't reiterate enough how calm and loose he was in the drivers' meeting, and he said, I've got a great car today, and he's proved it all day long.
You know, I worked with him a couple of years ago on a test program, and the first thing I told him about Daytona, I said, you have to learn to love this place. As long as you feel badly about this place, you'll never win it. And he told me the other day, he said, you know what? It's Valentine's Day.
Fell in love, huh? Gordon down on the inside. He's having a tough time getting back up there. And crew watching on here.
I wonder if, Ned, it's because that car sat on the pole here. It is so good. Ooh, Wally Dallenbach, the red 25, made contact with Mike Skinner. And all that'll do is make Skinner mad.
He's looking to the outside right now.
But that's not the place to go. You get in the middle. He wants to get on the inside. And look like a little nudge right back there.
Gave Wally a little wake up there.
Say, that was me you hit. I didn't like it.
There he goes to the bottom again. And Dallenbach comes down to hold the low line.
If you're going to do it in a straight line. Don't do it going in a corner.
Speed 188 miles an hour on our Circuit City onboard telemetry with Mike Skinner.
190 right down the back straightaway there. It's only 50 foot wide. You can imagine why these guys get caught up so much. The racetrack is only 50 feet wide. You turn two cars sideways, you pretty much covered the racetrack.
Jeff Gordon has fallen back to 7th place. I say, is it because everybody knows that car is so fast, nobody wants to help him to the front?
Well, I think what you're seeing right now, you're seeing people just go up there and give him a little try. It isn't the last 10 laps yet.
No, it's 30 laps to go.
He's got his teammate Dallenbach right on his back bumper now.
And Skinner's been shoved back there as well.
Yes, and all of them have fast race cars.
Rusty Wallace is the leader. Dale Earnhardt's number 3 is second. Wallace's teammate, 29-year-old Jeremy Mayfield from Kentucky, is third. Number 12, Michael Waltrip, is fourth. And Ernie Irvin has climbed to 5th. We'll be back to Daytona after this.
The 12th Street Warriors about to play the game of the season. This time, it's all about pride.
We can't lose to this team again, y'all.
Not this time.
We got this game. Only winners riding in this expedition.
What about that pitch?
Who, Williams? I couldn't even see it.
But we are warriors.
Warriors. Warriors. Warriors.
So, you girls really showed up, huh?
You guys better pray for rain. The 1999 expedition built Ford tough.
In racing, the engine is everything.
What?
It's the driver. A driver will never see a finish line without a great engine.
The greatest engine will never see a victory lap without a great driver.
At least they agree on Haviland Formula 3 motor oil, the same oil you can buy right off the shelf.
The engine's the first thing over the finish line.
Not in Indy cars.
The rigid 10-inch table saw powers through even the toughest hardwoods. The oscillating sander converts from spindle to edge belt sanding in seconds. Engineered for power and precision, each and every rigid tool carries a lifetime warranty. But when it comes to something with even more power, Rigid's got that too. Rigid, available at the Home Depot.
There are many ways you can get stuck with a flat tire. But not with this tire. Even with no air pressure, you keep driving to safety. The Goodyear AquaSteel Run Flat. It could be the difference between getting stuck and getting there. Only from Goodyear.
No one thought Villanova could beat mighty Georgetown. No one but a coach named Raleigh and his Wildcats. March Madness is here on CBS.
Trouble in the back straightaway. One car goes spinning, flipping wildly. That is Bobby Hamilton, I believe. The number 4 for Morgan McClure Racing. And everybody tries to get by. They do. Caution is out. Caution flag, fourth one of the day. They'll run back to the flag. Rusty Wallace leads them down to the caution ahead of Earnhardt and Mayfield, and all the speculation of gas mileage need be no more.
Ned, I think he'll have to come in now and take all that, maybe right side tires, try to get that great track position and just take on fuel.
Well, you can see a lot of damage to the front end on Bobby Hamilton's car, and it looks like he was moving around a little bit in there.
Yeah, I could see him moving around. The roof flaps did deploy there, where when he got around backwards, it didn't just start flipping wildly down the back straightaway.
The frames of these cars are constructed so that there is a lot of sheet metal and structure up there in the front of the car to help absorb an impact such as this. Transmit as little of it to the driver as possible. Well, once again, it's so hard to pass out on the racetrack. It'll be the pit crew's turn to try to gain their driver some speed. I wonder if we'll see some gas-only pit stops or some two-tire pit stops this time.
It'll be interesting to see. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, this is Bobby Hamilton right there. Turned sideways there. All of a sudden.
There was smoke from the right rear as he started around.
See other cars getting by as he spins.
And he's climbed out of his car, Ned. Good. Bobby is okay. Phew. That was close for 75 Ted Musgrave there.
Yes, it was. Take a look again here.
Oh, he just come out there. He was going to the inside, and as he turned back, the back end come right around on the car. He pulled out of traffic and went way over to the left, and then it just, when he turned back, it just got away. Whether he had a problem with the tire or not, I don't know.
Well, Rusty Wallace is not making a pit stop. As we
Neither did Jeremy Mayfield.
We watched this accident again back here on the backstretch that brought out this caution.
And there goes Bobby Hamilton. Dick Berger in Earnhardt's pit.
Earnhardt is going to make a pit stop. It's going to be a two-tire change most likely, although they do have tires for the left side. Going to throw the fuel in the car. 4 tires for Dale Earnhardt. He asked just before this happened, he said, are we going to pit? And they just sort of gave him a little pause. They said, yeah, I think so. Earnhardt gone in 19.42 with 4 tires and fuel. He'll go all the way from here.
Kenny Schrader leads the chase off pit road, followed by Ernie Irvin. But I want to find out from the Penske Crenifus team what happened with Rusty Wallace and Jeremy Mayfield and why they did not stop. Ralph Shaheen?
Well, I'm here with Robin Pemberton. Hey, Sneaky, how come you stayed out?
Well, you're just as likely to make a mistake pitting. I mean, the tire's been real consistent and all. We should be able to make it on fuel with the extra couple caution laps in there. So, I really didn't. I figured there'd be half of them would pit, but not all of them.
Now, knowing the fact that you got Jeremy right behind you too, is that an added bonus to make me staying out on the racetrack?
Never hurts. We'll see what happens.
We're under caution with 25 laps to go. We'll be back after this message and a word from your local CBS station.
Joe's the kind of guy whose hands are always dirty, no matter how deep the scrub. You see, his hands are his livelihood. Rarely ever see any time off. His hands are strong, steady and sure. The kind of hands that can only grip the wheel of a truck. Of course, that truck is a Ford F-Series with a more powerful Triton engine and 50 years of toughness. You might say it fits Joe's hands like a glove. Not that he'd ever wear any. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough.
Stay. Welcome home.
No guts, no glory. Wrestling events are selling out all over Hampton Roads. Monday, News Channel 3 takes you behind the scenes and talks to the people who make it happen. We're tearing up the screen with the event that has the men howling and the women roaring for more. It's straight talking with the speed, muscle, and attitude of the wrestling ring.
Smell what the Rock is cooking.
Watch this News Channel 3 exclusive, Monday at 11.
about seeing the sights in Hampton Roads, you're also seeing more and more satisfied Kimnock Ford customers. Why? For starters, Kimnock's exclusive lifetime service plan, which makes routine maintenance like oil changes not only trouble-free, but just plain free. Stop in today and experience for yourself the worry-free driving difference at the new Kimnock Ford.
Still the one, Kimnock Ford.
News Channel 3, the only place you'll find Seinfeld.
CBS Sports presentation of the Daytona 500 is sponsored by Ford. The official truck of NASCAR is built Ford tough. Brewery Fresh Budweiser, official beer of NASCAR. Hey, race fans, this Bud's for you. And by Goodyear, innovators of run-flat technology.
Following today's coverage of the Daytona 500, get a complete wrap-up with the latest news from the track, audio interviews, and more. You'll find that at cbs.sportsline.com or log on to America Online at keyword CBS Sportsline. Tiger Woods continues to tear up Torrey Pines in the Buick International, the final round. He entered the day 15 under par. He's now 17 under and leads Billy Ray Brown by 3 strokes. You'll see that later on CBS Sports. From the Goodyear blimp, Stars and Stripes, let's watch Bobby Hamilton as he spins down the backstretch, eyes wide shut.
Still was hard to tell, buddy. It looked like basically what you said. He ran way down to the inside and all of a sudden just cut back across the racetrack.
That's what it looks like from Robert Presley's car. No contact.
No, and Kyle Petty almost got there. Now, whether he blew that tire or not, there was a lot of debris coming off the right rear corner there as he come by the camera.
And his right rear tire was flat.
Let's go to Dick Berggren.
Well, Paul Andrews left his guy out there. They didn't put any tires on it. They thought they could make it with the yellow flag, but Paul Earnhardt's got fresh tires. He's only in 8th. How about that? Can you stay out there?
Well, we can stay out there. You know, the draft's been staying fast. The car's been good throughout the run. We're pretty confident on this. You know, we could get dusted, but we'll see.
Well, Earnhardt on fresh tires, the rest of them on old tires. We'll see how that works out, Mike.
Thanks, Dick. There is Dale Earnhardt, who came out of the pits in 8th place. Our thanks to the pilots and crew of the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes for these aerial views of 200,000 people on hand here at Daytona International Speedway. In 1926, Goodyear began its commercial blimp operation with the blimp Pilgrim. Ralph Shaheen.
Mike, deals are already being done here as well as to who you're going to draft with as you try to work your way to the front. Dale Earnhardt is going to try to hook up with Jeff Gordon. That deal has been made between Richard Childress and Ray Evernham.
Rusty Wallace and Jeremy Mayfield lead them back to the green flag. 22 laps to go.
I was at a friend's house last night, and he wanted to know what kind of deals. Is it money exchanged or what? I said, no, it's not that. What you try to do is get somebody to work with you in the draft.
Wallace got a great restart. Look at Mayfield. Ned, he didn't. He's 3 car lengths back.
Yeah, he needs to be up there close for the drafting to really be effective, but he should catch him going into turn 3.
3 abreast, back straightaway. Now Kenny Schrader came out of the pits first among the drivers who stopped. He took on 2 tires in Andy Petrie's Chevrolet, but now Schrader's green car climbs the racetrack.
That's the one thing he didn't want to do is run side by side with Ernie Irvin as they come off the corner side by side. That lets the 2 cars up front kind of rocket away from them.
Yeah, that's the best thing that could happen to Rusty Wallace and Jeremy Mayfield, and the worst thing that could happen to Ernie Irvin. Now they're going to go 3 wide going into the corner. Look at
Earnhardt right down to the bottom on Ernie Irvin. The man in black puts it to the bottom of the racetrack.
Now remember, he has the 4 fresh tires. Earnhardt does have. I think that was a smart move.
Bill Stevens.
They are very happy down here in Kenny Schrader's pit. As you pointed out, that last pit stop was phenomenal. They put 2 tires on the car and everything went flawlessly. And that could be a factor as we get closer to the checkered flag. Ralph.
One of the keys for Dale Earnhardt is going to be that green and yellow number 97 right behind him of Chad Little. And talking to his crew chief Jeff Hammond this morning in the garage, he said our car runs much better as it helps to push somebody to the front. It's not a good lead car, it's a good following car. He said I can take anybody to the front, and then once we get there, we might have 1 shot at taking the lead ourselves. He's going to help push Earnhardt right to the front.
On this restart, Earnhardt went from 8th to 3rd in 1 lap.
It's dangerous to guess what these guys are going to do. You see right there, Ernie Irvin under Chad Little. Right now it's a 3-car shootout because these guys are running side by side.
Chad pulled up. Ooh, and they get together coming down the backstretch. Chad pulled out to make a pass on the outside of Dale Earnhardt, but it cost him.
Jeff Gordon must be running 200 miles an hour down that back straightaway as he closes in on the back bumper there of Ernie Irvin.
You're riding with Gordon in number 24. The defending Winston Cup champ takes it 3 wide off turn 4, and they put Ernie Irvin in the middle.
Mike Skinner comes with Jeff Gordon.
And Irvin goes backwards. Look at Earnhardt slice across the track in front of Chad.
He had to do that. Chad Little is flying right now in the green car. The best run out there for the Roush Racing team. If they expect to win, it looks like Chad Little's got to do it.
Earnhardt got a run.
And here he goes to the outside. For what?
Yeah, nobody to help him, so he has to fall back in line.
Rusty Wallace has his teammate Jeremy Mayfield in tow. And we saw last year the 3rd and 4th place car couldn't make a run on the leader without the 2nd place car's help. You're watching from Dale Earnhardt, back at Chad Little.
And Jeff Gordon has pulled right up on the back bumper of Chad Little.
And Chad Little's been moving to the outside, to the inside. I got a feeling if he made a move right now on Earnhardt, that he'd have some help to get by.
18 laps to go. Dale Earnhardt has not led this race today. Jeremy Mayfield is in his 6th 500, running in 2nd place. In his 6th 500, Fred Lorenzen won. In his 6th 500, Cale Yarborough won. Davey Allison won his 6th try at the 500. Coincidence? Maybe not. Ralph Shaheen.
Mike, remember once again that the Roush Racing program had been horrible in restrictor plate races. 4 races last year with 5 cars. They didn't get 1 top 5. That's 20 attempts in a top 5. Right now, Chad Little running in 4th for Roush Racing, and they've already won the Bud Shootout last week with Mark Martin. It looks like they've really turned this restrictor plate program around.
Running in the 6th spot right now, Mike Skinner, the teammate for Dale Earnhardt, is really on the move. He's moved up into this front group.
Skinner just can't get up there to help teammate Earnhardt, who is sandwiched amongst the Fords. 17 laps to go.
Oh, boy.
17 years of trying. Rusty Wallace.
And the guy in 2nd place, if he was to luck up and win this race, and I don't mean luck up, I mean get into the win, he would take way over $2 million home. He's one of the guys going for that $1 million bonus today.
An extra $1 million if Mayfield or Gordon among these leaders should win today. And that's $1 million bonus for a lucky fan as well. But I don't think anybody out there is thinking about dollars. Here comes Earnhardt to the inside.
He is.
Chad Little to the outside. And Gordon going with Earnhardt.
They were bump drafting. You could see Earnhardt's car lose traction and down the straightaway there. Gordon actually pushed him down the back straightaway.
And Jeremy Mayfield got caught out. He is back to 7th place.
Rusty Wallace lost his best friend right there in that situation.
Yeah, boy.
Able to be right up there with him.
Here comes Gordon in 3rd place now.
The 97 winner and defending Winston Cup champ. Youngest driver ever to win the Daytona 500. Jeff Gordon in 3rd, in sight of the lead.
Yeah, he's not through here today.
Gordon led the 1st lap, then 5 more, but has not led since lap 20. Earnhardt has not led today in that number 3.
Back behind the first 3 cars, there's a war going on back here, side by side. These guys are trying to get themselves in great position for the 500 win.
Some of the cars involved in that lap 135 wreck have come back into the race. Sterling Marlin, Joe Nemechek, Steve Park, many laps down.
What they want to do is just make a few laps and get ahead of those other cars that are not able to get back out of the garage area. Let's go to the pits and Bill Stevens.
The owner of Roush Racing, Jack Roush. Have you and Jeff Hammond gotten together here on strategy in the closing laps?
Well, we've been looking at it throughout the race. You know, the 97 John Deere car has been getting really good mileage. We'd hoped that would work to our advantage. And they filled it up with gas at the end here to get the back end down a little bit, and went on ahead and put 4 tires on it, which the 3 car did, or the 24 car did. I'm not sure about the cars in front. I think that the 24 and the 97 have got a tire advantage. We'll see if we can use it.
Obviously, they've talked strategy.
Well, now Jack Roush raises an interesting question. Rusty Wallace will have a very light fuel load at the end of this race. He did not make a pit stop. Well, how much a difference will that make?
It could make a difference, Mike. Certainly they factor that in all the time on setting race cars up. But as Robin Pemberton, the crew chief, pointed out earlier, the car's been pretty consistent, even after the fuel load gets down, so they were not that worried about it. But I'm wondering, too, if it might not cost them.
Mike, you're actually touching there coming off the corner. Gordon trying to get that spot in. Earnhardt caught on the outside.
Here comes Jeff Gordon.
Rusty will move down to pick up a little bit of push from Gordon. And Mike Skinner pushing Jeff Gordon right by his teammate Dale Earnhardt.
Boy, this thing's getting exciting. Look at Gordon look to the inside of the 2 car.
Now I want you to watch how close he puts the bumper of that Chevrolet right up under. He did it to Earnhardt on the last lap. He'll try to do it on Rusty Wallace coming off the turn 2 the next time. He wants to stick that bumper right up under the back end of Rusty Wallace's car, try to make him loose coming off of that corner and pass him like he did Earnhardt the last time around. Let's see if he tries it.
Yeah, you know who's sitting right back there in 3rd spot? Mike Skinner. He's watching him do this. He's learning a lesson, but look on the outside there. Chad Little gets cut off as he come off the corner.
Skinner and almost turned him around.
I thought it was a wreck.
I don't know how Mike Skinner hung on to that race car.
And still just digging.
Kenny Irwin has moved up in there also in the 28 car.
Earnhardt drops under him. Dale Earnhardt pulls up on his teammate, Mike Skinner. Now, they have 2 teammates. Ken Schrader is part of an alliance with that team. There's 33. Kenny Schrader, Andy Petrie Racing, Dale Earnhardt Racing, and Richard Childress Racing. Look at this mess.
Yes, and the slow. Oh, man.
It did work. I thought it was going to be a crash. They have to get wide for the lead.
This is going to get exciting. Look at Earnhardt coming up on the back of Jeff Gordon down the back straightaway.
He'll try to make it 4 wide, but Michael Waltrip's going to try to make it 5 wide.
10 laps to go this time. 17 times the driver to lead with 10 to go did not win the 500. 4 times that was Dale Earnhardt.
Let me tell you, teammates are out right now. Rusty Wallace fighting back on the inside. Shows a lot of power right there by himself in the middle of this front line here.
Chevy inside, Ford in the middle, Chevy outside. Little paint traded. Wallace, Skinner in against Gordon. And look at Earnhardt, the number 3, trying to push Jeff Gordon to the lead.
Earnhardt looked to the inside just for a second there as they head down into turn 1.
And they got Rusty in the middle there, and look at him go backwards.
Can you hold your breath for 10 laps?
Boy, this is exciting. It don't get any better than this.
And I'm going to tell you, if it comes to just plain nerve, don't count out that Waltrip kid there. Michael Waltrip can drive the wheels off his car and has all day long.
Michael Waltrip has not won a Winston Cup point race. Kenny Irwin and Chad Little, 28.97. Those Fords way up high. They're chasing Schrader.
Now you got 5 Chevrolets out front.
Boy, how things change.
Yeah, for a long time it was Fords out front. Kenny Irwin trying to get up there and change that about a little.
What a great shot. You're looking out at Dale Earnhardt's car down the front straightaway, right behind Gordon as they head off into turn 1.
3 wide they are once again with Skinner in the middle. How frustrated must Dale Earnhardt be that he has not led a lap today?
Well, it's not over yet. You know the one that counts. If you don't lead but 40 feet, you want to lead to the checkered flag.
All right, what does Dale Earnhardt do to pass Jeff Gordon?
He's going to have some help.
He's got help. Look at Waltrip there in 3rd.
He'll have to make a move and have somebody to go with him and get that bumper right up. And that's the way Jeff Gordon got by him. He stuck that bumper right up under Earnhardt a little bit earlier, got his car loose. Earnhardt knows how to do that better than anybody else.
Dick Berggren.
Richard Childress you've been watching all this stuff. What's Earnhardt got to do here?
Well, you know, it's hard to say. You know, he's got the experience. He's going to do his best. You know, I can't say nothing. You know, it's been a heck of a race all day, and Skinner's done a good job. Who knows what's going to happen here at the end?
Is he going to move him out of the way? Is Earnhardt going to move Gordon?
I don't know. You know, Dale, he's got some moves on him left.
Ralph?
The conversation on the radio with Jeff Gordon is be patient. 8 laps to go, 7 laps to go. Watch your rear view mirror. They don't want him to get too far out ahead. Plenty of laps of racing still to go.
From first to 17th is only 17 seconds with 8 laps to go.
Mike, the man that made that move that Gordon put on Earnhardt a while ago is the man that made that move famous, and he's running in second spot right now.
Jeff Gordon won his qualifying race here as a rookie in '93. Finished 5th that year in the 500, 4th the next year. Wasn't a contender again until '97 when he won it.
I think that's 1.7 seconds.
Yes, thank you, Dad.
17th place. Wow. They are so close.
When they're running that close, you can miss a decimal point. I promise you.
You know, we got a new ball game here. Look at these guys in that second group. They've caught those lead cars now. We have about a 10, 12 car battle here for the lead.
And any one of them could win it. As you've seen, a driver running in the lead 1 lap can be back to 8th place the next. 6 laps to go when they come back. And report of trouble on the 12 car of Jeremy Mayfield. He has dropped off the lead pack and comes to pit road. His chance at that extra $1 million bonus.
Wow.
Gone.
Is he out of fuel? He didn't pit.
If he is, Rusty won't be very far behind him, I'm afraid.
4 tires for Mayfield, Dick.
And the answer is they did gamble on tires, Mike, and they've got one that's going down. Mayfield, flat tire, this late in the Daytona 500.
Richard Petty, who won this race 7 times, said it best. The best you can do on any given day is put yourself in a position to win, and then circumstances will dictate the outcome.
You know, I was just talking about Rusty Wallace did not take on tires. He's all the way back to 10th place now.
Yeah, I think as Mayfield goes out of the pits, I really think that was a mistake, them not stopping during that caution. Now we've got a 6-car breakaway from the pack.
Jeff Gordon Chevrolet, Dale Earnhardt Chevy. Michael Waltrip driving for a new team in a Chevrolet. Kenny Irwin, last year's Rookie of the Year, in a Ford. Ken Schrader, 3rd fastest qualifier in a Chevy. And truck champ Mike Skinner, the '97 pole sitter, in a Chevrolet.
2 guys that have dominated the 90s are first and second. Right behind them, guys that's never won a race here. This thing's going to get wild.
Earnhardt had a try on Jeff Gordon.
He is keeping the pressure on.
Earnhardt last year led the closing laps. Nobody could get by him. So he knows how to win it from in front. Does he know how to win it from behind?
He still has to have help, and he can get it from that 7-car Michael Waltrip.
Friday in the International Race of Champions, Earnhardt bided his time, and on the last turn of the last lap, after everyone had written him off being 2 car lengths back, he made a run and won it.
I'm going to give you something else to think about. If they start running side by side, Kenny Schrader's not out of this, as he's trying to make a move on Kenny Irwin now.
In Dale Earnhardt's pit.
Unhalt, saying a prayer.
Jeff Gordon's car owner, Rick Hendrick, here earlier in the week. Back home in Charlotte, watching it on TV. 3 abreast Kevin LePage in between Marcus and Wallace and Jerry Nadeau.
Battle going on back there for 7th. Here's Kenny Irwin trying to make a move on Michael Waltrip here at the start-finish line. And coming with him is Mike Skinner.
Yesterday, old age and treachery, Randy LaJoie overcame youth and enthusiasm. Casey Atwood and Adam Petty. What about today?
That 28 car's got a run coming off of this turn. Is it enough of a run to make a move on Dale Earnhardt?
Gordon's crew chief Ray Abernham watching. Kevin Hamlin, Earnhardt's crew chief. All they can do is watch the monitor and watch their car come by the front stretch. Earnhardt just loosened up Jeff Gordon there.
Yes, he did. He went in there and moved the car around in the slipstream behind him there. You could see Gordon really fighting the car, getting down into turn 3.
Down the short chute. Start-finish line.
Now there are 4. It's down to 4 people. Michael Waltrip has dropped off the pace a little bit.
And it's down to 2 laps to decide the Daytona 500. Shaheen.
Mike, they have just radioed to Jeff. Protect the bottom is the word from Ray Evernham. He keeps telling him who's behind him, the 3, the 28, 31. Protect the bottom.
Irwin to the bottom. Skinner with him. Earnhardt holds the bottom. 7 Daytona 500s have been decided by a last lap pass. Will this be the 8th?
Earnhardt right on his back bumper as they come off turn 4. He started to put a move on him. White flag.
2.5 miles to history. Jeff Gordon trying to win his second. Dale Earnhardt trying to win his second. Buddy, where will Earnhardt make the move?
Boy, I don't know. Gordon looks awful strong as they come off turn 2 over there down the back straightaway. Kenny Irwin looks to the outside.
Right here's where he has to make the move. And he wasn't able to get that run up under Jeff Gordon like he wanted to.
But that's what we said Friday. He was this far behind in the International Race of Champions. He looks inside. He goes outside. He looks inside again.
Okay, right now he's got to pull right down on that back bumper and try to get him loose coming off turn 4. He does not have the muscle at this point.
But he may have some momentum. Here comes Earnhardt. He's all the way to the bottom. Almost in the grass. He slides up the racetrack and Jeff Gordon will win it for the second time.
Wow. What a race. Oh, he gave him a little shot after there.
Now that was a love tap.
It is Valentine's Day, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Ralph Shaheen.
Congratulations, Ray Evernham. You did it again. You told him to protect the bottom. That's exactly what he did. Is that where you were afraid he was going to come?
Yeah, well, Dale's pretty strong up off the bottom, and, Jeff did a great job driving the car. Car wasn't the quickest car all day, but he did a great job driving it. Want to thank God first for giving us the opportunity to do this, and DuPont and Quaker State Pepsi, everybody that supports us. And I want to say hi to Rick again. I'm sorry he couldn't be here, but God, what a great day.
This team has been so awesome. Is this the beginning of a dynasty-type march to another championship?
I don't know about that, Ralph. We're just we're going to take it one race at a time and have a good time. It's just, man, what an awesome feeling to win the Daytona 500.
You know you got to give up that race car now.
We'll build another one.
Ray Evernham has done it again. He's won the Daytona 500 as a crew chief.
And for the 5th time, this man, Dale Earnhardt, finishes second in the Great American Race. You saw that big crowd shot. One of those fans has won $1 million. Jeff Gordon gets the $1 million no bull bonus, and so does the lucky fan who was paired with him. Case Gordon was the driver who went to victory lane. They will repeat that promotion 4 more times this season.
He just hung around in there all day. And when the time came, he'd done that so many times.
Ned, he didn't lead a lot. He led 6 laps in the first 20 and then came back to lead the last 11 laps.
They made it work for it.
He's just giving a little smoke job coming down through there. Rear wheel spinning, smoke flying out the back of Jeff Gordon's car.
Second victory in 3 years for the Pittsburgh, Indiana driver who started at age 5, winning races in quarter midgets, moved up to midgets. At age 14, he was driving a 1,000 horsepower sprint car and winning with it. He went to ask for his first sponsorship. The Valvoline executive said, "How'd you get here today?" He said, "My mom drove me." That was good experience for the man that Forbes magazine this fall called the biggest one-man marketing machine in sports. Dick Berggren.
Well, Dale Earnhardt surrounded by media. Let's just jump in and hear what he has to say. Dale?
Earlier on, you had some problems earlier on, and then the car came alive.
We had an ignition problem earlier on, and the car just wasn't running up to par. It just wouldn't get up to speed, and we finally switched boxes, and the car ran a lot better. But it came up in the draft there at the end, and we were just trying to work. I was wanting to get with Skinner, try to work with him, but I couldn't, and he couldn't get with me. And we just was trying to do all I could to just get to the 24, and his car was pretty strong off the corners, and if I could have just got to him off the corner, I might have got under him, but I just couldn't get there.
Came close, though. What happened at the very tail end, those last couple laps when you were trying so hard, Dale?
Got beat.
Got beat. Dale Earnhardt, second for the 5th time. DeKen Squire.
He is still in the car. Brooke is right here. She walked by me and said, "What a race." Indeed, $2 million richer. Jeff Gordon, as he pulls it off, fending off The old warrior, Earnhardt. Those last 4 or 5 laps as Earnhardt tried to turn him just a little, use up those rear tires. He's just about ready to clamber out of car number 24 after a brilliant victory in one of the greatest Daytona 500s of all time. Here is the champion of the 1999 Daytona 500, Jeff Gordon, having just a moment to get his shoes straightened out. And here he is. Jeff, those last 10 laps, what a race.
That is a dream come true for me, to race Dale Earnhardt down to the final finish, all the way down the line for the Daytona 500. It does not get any better than that. And I'm the last person, I think, at this racetrack today that thought we were going to win a race. I certainly didn't have many friends out there, but I had one strong race car. And I tell you what, I'm glad Ray Evernham and all these Rainbow Warriors took 4 tires there at the end because the car was handling great. And man, I want to thank Dale for a great race. I mean, he did everything he possibly could, and I've learned, he's probably going to tell you I learned too much from him because he's taught me a lot of things over the last couple of years, and that's the only way I kept him behind me.
Take us through the last moments of the race coming down out of turn 4.
Well, you know, I saw him dropping back trying to get some momentum on me, and I got out there too far in the middle of 3 and 4, and I had to back off, to tell you the truth, because I knew he was going to get me at the line if I didn't. And I may have backed off a little too much. He got up on my bumper and almost got underneath me. I got a little sideways, but I knew I was going to make it to the finish right from that point on. And I tell you, I had a mirror full today, and I want to thank DuPont Automotive Finishes, Quaker State, Pepsi, Chevrolet. This is an awesome Monte Carlo today, and those Goodyear tires are awesome too. Thank you for everything you guys do for us.
Dale, he really tried to work you over in those final moments.
Well, thank God that, you know, you're racing with a guy like that, and thank God for this team and this awesome race car. I just am so blessed and so fortunate, but he worked me over big time, to say the least, you know, and that's the way he is. That's how hard he is, and how bad he wants to win this Daytona 500. He got a taste of it last year, and he won it again this year. I wanted to be able to be the one to keep him from doing that, and this is an awesome win for us. Got to thank R.J. Reynolds and Winston. I can't believe how much money we just won today. I cannot believe that.
Congratulations are in order for a young champion. $2 million richer. Again, here's Mike Joy.
Thanks, Ken. Dale Earnhardt second, and the next 3 guys behind them all had career best finishes in the 500. Kenny Irwin, Mike Skinner, and Michael Waltrip. We'll be back to present the Harley Earl Trophy to the winner of the Daytona 500 right after this.
Put it down, man. Guess I'll have the steak.
There are many ways you can get stuck with a flat tire. But not with this tire. Even with no air pressure, you keep driving to safety. The Goodyear AquaSteel Run Flat. It could be the difference between getting stuck and getting there. Only from Goodyear.
Goodyear, Goodyear.
Where do some of America's most successful people get their start? Did somebody say McDonald's?
An absolutely spectacular day at Torrey Pines. The chase is on. The chase after Tiger Woods, the leader, and Bill Glasson just a few moments ago at the 6th, going for this par 5 and 2. What a shot. It led to an eagle for Glasson. Tiger led by as many as 4 at one time today. Now reduced to 2, and just a moment ago for birdie at the 6th. Not this time. All right, Tiger with a 2-shot lead over Bill Glasson and Billy Ray Brown here in the final round of the Buick Invitational. And coverage coming up shortly. Now back to Daytona.
Greg Gumbel back at Daytona International Speedway. Everybody should have a Valentine's Day like Jeff Gordon, the Daytona 500 championship and $2 million in prize money. Ken Squire standing by in victory lane for the Harley J. Earl Daytona 500 trophy presentation. Ken.
Yes, indeed. This is what it's all about. $2 million, sure, but your name goes on this and perpetuates your victory in the 41st annual Daytona 500. John Graham, the president of the Daytona Speedway, to make the presentation to Ray Everham, the crew chief, to Brooke, and to Jeff Gordon. Sir?
Jeff, Ray, Brooke, Mary, Rick and Linda Hendrick, John and Kathy Hendrick, the Harley J. Earl Trophy, symbolic of the champion of the Daytona 500. Congratulations, and we will also inscribe your name again on the permanent Harley J. Earl Trophy for fans to see in Daytona, USA, along with your winning 24 car. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to say hi to Rick and Linda at home. You know, I know they're watching, and I know he wanted to be here really bad today. We got John and Kathy here, but thank you guys for what you do, and I tell you what, God is just blessing all of Hendrick Motorsports, and I can't say enough for all of our sponsors: DuPont Automotive Finishes, Quaker State, Chevrolet, GMAC, Kellogg's, you know, everybody that makes this happen, Pepsi. It's just a treat to be able to get behind the wheel of that race car. And this guy right here, Ray Everham Prepares, and it was a great race car today, and those Rainbow Warriors kept us in it all day. It's a great feeling. I can't believe it.
Ray Everham, Brooke, and Jeff Gordon here to receive the Harley J. Earl Award. Let's go back to Greg Gumbel.
Ken Squire, thank you. Jeff Gordon, victorious here in the 41st running of the Daytona 500. We'll have final results for you when we come back to Daytona International Speedway in just a moment.
Michael came onto the scene in IndyCars as a winner. I'm very proud of the fact that he's carrying on the Andretti name. I'll never forget the first really competitive pass that he did on me. He banged wheels a little bit. That car almost full drift in front of me, and he was gone. Adios, Dada.
The Andrettis rely on the same Haviland Formula 3 motor oil you can buy right off the shelf.
That's my boy.
There's a school where the toughest courses are the most popular. Lectures are a joy, and no one ever cuts class. This renowned institution is the Nicholas Flick Golf School.
Can you feel that?
Yeah. Where the faculty is unparalleled.
Your elbows softer.
And the dean has 6 masters.
People might confuse you for a golfer.
When you go, bring your Visa card. Because of the Nicholas Flick Golf School, they don't take American Express.
You've done your homework.
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
There's something special about the folks who work at AutoZone. The fact that they know more than a thing or two about looking up parts and solving problems. Their willingness to go the extra mile. And their belief in doing what's right. So it's no wonder why millions of customers turn to us each week for help in getting back on the road. Because working at AutoZone means taking pride in taking care of people.
Tim and Ed are neighbors, sort of. You see, Ed thought Tim's hair was too long, and Tim thought Ed's pants were too short. Then Tim brought home the new redesigned 260-horse Ford Mustang GT, just when Ed was pulling out his Boss 302.
Nice Mustang.
You too. Wow. Just think if everyone owned a Mustang.
And the world will be a better place for you.
Ford Mustang GT, built to last.
Saturday, Kentucky clashes with Arkansas. Sunday, it's the big time in the Big Ten. Michigan collides with Indiana. The road to the Final Four rocks on CBS.
The duel between Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt was won by Gordon. You see the Gordon crew reacting along pit road. Their man, the winner of the Daytona 500, $2 million, and Jeff Gordon exiting the car here in Victory Lane just moments ago to accept congratulations from his wife and his crew. Let's go to Ralph Shaheen.
Well, Greg, it was a career best finish for Kenny Irwin, a tremendous run today, Kenny, but I have to ask you, what took place with you and Dale Jarrett? Was there contact?
You know, I don't think so. He was 3 wide in the center, and getting into 3, I just tried to back off a little, and I don't know if I actually hit him or if the air got off his rear spoiler, but, you know, it was a terrible thing that happened. And at the end of the race, you know, we were there. We put ourselves in a position to maybe win the race, and we come up 3rd, which is it's not bad for me.
Dick Berggren?
And I'm with Mike Skinner, who had a great run this afternoon to finish 4th. You were 3 wide, it seemed, all afternoon. What's it like to be in one of those deals?
It's pretty crazy, Dick, I'll tell you. You know, our low Chevy was awful strong today. You know, the pit crew did great. They did excellent pit stops all day, and the engine was awesome. Adam Meyer and all the guys, Todd Bear, everybody back to the shop to put the body on that car. Man, that thing would go through the air. It was really a awesome deal. The car ran good. The pit stops was good. We did everything but win the race. We just come up a little bit short, Dick.
Was your heart pumping like ours was pumping those last few laps of the race?
My fist was pumping and my heart was pumping, and I was trying not to run my mouth on the radio, and yeah, I was a little bit excited there, but you know, it's the tail end of the line's not the place you can pass from, you know, unless they all get sideways up there. And I was kind of hoping that they'd all kind of get 2 or 3 wide, and we was going to try our famous outside move that usually works for Bobby Labonte, and he taught me well, but it didn't work today.
Good run. He'll win some this year for sure. To Greg.
Hearts are pumping all over Daytona this afternoon. Skinner and Gordon battling just prior to the finish of the race, won by Jeff Gordon. We remind you, coming up next here on CBS, final round coverage of the Buick Invitational. We'll come back to Daytona with more right after this.
Gordon is way behind. Stick a fork in Jeff. He's done. What is he thinking? Holy baloo! Ooh, that's gotta hurt. What could possess a man to drive like that? Oh. Gotcha. He's making his move backward. Gordon wins. We got to get him a cup holder.
Pepsi is the proud sponsor of the Daytona International Speedway and the Daytona 500.
Marty's here. Let's see a fuel injector for a Ford Pro. A starter for a Saab. EGR valve for a 74 Gremlin.
See you tomorrow, Marty. Pep Boys. Cars like us.
People love us.
NASCAR driver Jeff Burton goes head-to-head with everyday driver Eileen.
My car has a 750 horsepower high-compression engine.
My car has an engine.
I can cruise all afternoon at 180 miles per hour.
I'll stick to 55, thanks.
I start my engine with a powerful Exide NASCAR Select battery.
Me too.
The Exide NASCAR Select Battery. It's not just for race cars.
In racing, the engine is everything.
What? It's the driver.
A driver will never see a finish line without a great engine.
The greatest engine will never see a victory lap without a great driver.
At least they agree on Haviland Formula 3 motor oil, the same oil you can buy right off the shelf.
The engine's the first thing over the finish line.
Not in Indy cars.
Dial 10-10-345 for long distance. Calls are always 10 cents a minute, and every call is a chance to win one of 345 fabulous daily prizes. 30,000 prizes have already been won. Save and win. Dial 10-10-345 plus 1 and the number today. Rough.
Experience the sounds of NASCAR Rocks. This summer, join CBS as NASCAR hits the road with concerts featuring today's hottest performers. Feel the rush of NASCAR Rocks. CBS Sports presentation of the Daytona 500 is sponsored by 10-10-345. Haviland Formula 3 motor oil. Add more life to your car. And by Exide NASCAR Select. the official automotive battery of NASCAR.
Welcome back to Daytona as Jeff Gordon and his crew continue to celebrate here in Victory Lane. Let's go back to the gentleman who just called a great race this afternoon, Mike Joy, Ned Jarrett, Buddy Baker. Mike.
Thanks, Greg. Ford's led 132 of the 200 laps, but Chevrolet's finished in 5 of the top 6 positions. 11 laps to go. Let's show you Jeff Gordon's final pass for the lead.
He went down under the yellow line there, passing Rusty Wallace, trying to get by Mike Skinner in the 31 on the outside there. Dale Earnhardt in the 3 just behind him.
Ned, it looked like Earnhardt helped push Gordon into the lead.
Well, he had no choice. If he was going to get to the front, he needed to help the car in front of him to get on out there. And you're right. Here they go back 3 wide going into turn 3. We'll see Earnhardt come up there in a moment and get right on the back bumper off Jeff Gordon. Here he comes into the picture now. And he will help Jeff Gordon get into the lead. But if he was going to get to the front, that's what he had to do. But not knowing that he's pushing the man to the front that was going to stay there.
Rusty Wallace jostling there with Mike Skinner and ended up 8th in the final tally. Skinner to 4th. Jeff Gordon, a winner for the 2nd time. Dale Earnhardt, Kenny Irwin, career best. Mike Skinner, Michael Waltrip finishing up in 5th. Kenny Schrader, Kyle Petty, Rusty Wallace 8th. Chad Little, Rick Mast 10th. 11th, Jerry Nadeau, a career best. Dallenbach, LePage, Irvin, and Musgrave all on the lead lap. 1 lap down, Dave Marcus, Benson, Cope, Presley, and Mayfield. Darrell Waltrip, Brett Bodine, Mike Wallace, Ward Burton, and Bobby Labonte. With damaged cars, Ricky Craven, Bill Elliott, Tony Stewart, the outside pole sitter, Bobby Hamilton, who crashed, then Ricky Rudd, Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, Rich Bickle, Steve Park, and Jeff Burton were running at the finish. The rest of these cars were in the garage area.
Certainly, it's some big crashes here this afternoon that took out some good contenders. But Jeff Gordon now goes away from here with the points lead.
And Dale Earnhardt, he says this is his best year to pick up that 8th championship. He's 2nd.
The Winston Cup points mirror today's race results, and for the Winston Cup drivers, it's on to Rockingham, North Carolina next week. Jeff Gordon, for the 2nd time in 2 years, champion of the Daytona 500.
Mike, thank you. And that wraps us from here. For Ken Squire, Mike Joy, Buddy Baker, Ned Jarrett, Dick Pergrin, Ralph Shaheen, and Bill Stevens, I'm Greg Gumbel. So long from Daytona International Speedway, where Jeff Gordon has won the 1999 Daytona 500. Join us next Saturday for men's NCAA basketball action. Some of you will see Kentucky taking on Arkansas. Others will see Miami matching up against UConn. Coming up next, we have final round coverage of the Buick Invitational. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports, home of the Daytona 500.
How difficult is it for criminals to buy guns? Let these undercover cops show you how easy it is tonight on 60 Minutes.
The address is CBS. Welcome home.
Tomorrow morning's weather calls for bitter cold, followed by a long, comfortable period of sustained warmth. This forecast brought to you by the 99-cent biscuit and gravy, only at Hardee's.
Breaking news, live from News Chopper 3 on Thursday.
It's about a quarter of a mile northeast of Navy housing, and it doesn't seem to be threatening any of the housing at this time.
News Channel 3 first on the scene with the only live pictures from News Chopper 3.
The traffic is becoming heavy just on the interstate.
Only News Chopper 3 takes you live to the scene. First, fast and live. Only on News Chopper 3.
News Chopper 3 is sponsored by Alltel.
How easy is it to get a great Toyota deal during President's Week?
Nothing to it. Nothing for a down payment, nothing due at signing when you lease a Camry for just $279 a month. You get the best-selling car in America with plenty of options. Want big savings? Nothing to it. Save up to $1,000 on Camrys, almost $1,500 on RAV4s, over $3,000 on Tacomas. Great deals, big savings. Nothing to it if you do it during President's Week at Toyota.
Don't think of today as your day to fix dinner. Think of it as your day to get 10 pieces of fresh fried chicken and 5 made-from-scratch biscuits for only $7.99 at Hardee's.
News Channel 3 takes you in the ring of professional wrestling Monday at 11.
The address is CBS.
Welcome home!
Just due north of San Diego, we're in the final round at Torrey Pines. Billy Ray Brown in second place, chasing Tiger Woods. This a moment ago at the 8th. A birdie for Billy Ray Brown to move within 1 of the lead. Another pursuer up ahead, 1 hole ahead. Bill Glasson for birdie. He too just 1 back of Tiger Woods. But just a moment ago, just as we came on the air, Tiger Woods not to be outdone. Hole high in 2 on this par 5. An eagle chip. And the man who set the record here yesterday goes out in 32. And the eagle gave him a lead of 3 for just a moment. Brown playing with him, birdied the 9th hole from 10 feet out. So it's Tiger Woods, then Billy Ray Brown, Glasson, and Sutherland. All kinds of shots being holed here at La Jolla. It was created 40 years ago above the sandy shores of Southern California. But Torrey Pines has never faced an assault like the one that was presented yesterday. One wondrous attack from one Tiger Woods. There were imaginative shots holed from off the green. And Tiger slashed away at par 5s with numbing accuracy. There was an eagle, 8 birdies, and 1 roar louder than the next. That told San Diego's faithful that this was a round unlike any other they had seen before. And it was capped by a closing birdie and a course record 62. A golden moment that leads one to ask, what's in store today for Tiger Woods?
CBS Sports proudly presents the PGA Tour from the Torrey Pines Golf Club in La Jolla, California. CBS Sports presents the 1999 Buick Invitational.
What a setting it is. La Jolla, the jewel. And there you can see it across the cove, the fashionable, trendy settlement of La Jolla and the city of San Diego, about 20 minutes south of there, and then just below that on the border, Tijuana, Mexico. As we come across the cove, you see it, Torrey Pines, a stunning public golf playground of 2 courses and 4 decades of PGA Tour memories. Through the years, the biggest and the best in golf have come through here. Since this took over as the site of the San Diego Open back in 1968, but Torrey Pines has never relinquished a round like the one it surrendered yesterday as Tiger tore up Torrey Pines with a 62. Billy Bell was the designer with an assist with his son Billy Bell Jr. William Bell, in his earlier years, served an apprenticeship under Captain George Thomas. We'll see his work next week at Riviera. So Torrey Pines under brilliant blue skies once again, and Tiger Woods leads by 2 in the final round as they make the turn here. Then Glasson and Sutherland at 16. It looks like a 4-way race here. Scott Simpson won this tournament a year ago with a closing 64, coming from 8 shots back, and he's currently in a tie for 7th. So Tiger looking for his first win since last May in Atlanta. Right now, let's introduce you to the gentleman describing the action here.
I'm Bobby Clampett, and I'll be covering Torrey Pines' short and sweet par 4 15th. At only 356 yards, narrow drive sets up a wedge second to one of the tour's smallest greens. Birdies should be plentiful at 15 today.
I'm Gary McCord. I'll be on this 16th hole, a 208-yard par 3 full of love. This should be candy for these guys today. They'll just take Cupid's arrow, they'll shoot it to the heart of the green. Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm Peter Osterhaus. I'll be at the 17th hole, a par 4, 425 yards, slight dogleg, right to left. Longer hitters may not hit a driver off this tee because the fairway is only 20 yards wide at 270. Today's right-hand pin placement makes it essential to find the fairway.
And I'm Jim Nance. Along with Ken Venturi, we'll be describing the action at 18, the easiest hole at Torrey Pines, a par 5 with a tee shot. If it's in play, it affords you the chance to go for this green and 2 and possibly make eagle. From that second bunker, it's about 200 yards over the pond here at 18. And now let's check the leaderboard in the final round of the 1999 Buick Invitational. You often wonder how you follow up a course record round like Tiger's 62, which, by the way, was the lowest round in his PGA Tour career, one off his all-time personal competitive record of 61, which actually happened back in his amateur days. But he's doing it once more, out in 32, leads by 2, and Ken Venturi, of course, alongside here in the 18th tower. Kenny, this just a moment ago. Bill Glasson, 3 back, his second shot to the 10th.
10th hole, 373 yards, and Bill making a good move. Look at this. This has a chance. They are firing at the flag. The greens are holding, and they're putting smooth. Golf course is in excellent shape.
And now Glasson for birdie. Born in Fresno, resided here in the Southern California area near Oceanside up until a few years ago, and he's also now 2 back, joining Billy Ray Brown in a tie for second. Now the 10th hole, again 373, par 4. Tiger, he made double here on Friday, knocked it over the green. David Faherty's following this group. David?
And that's just a horrible lie, and really the only, oh yeah, that's his only option, just hit it right in the middle of the green. That's a good shot from there, Jimmy.
You've heard from David Faherty, and Peter Costas is also out there as a roving reporter in this final round at Torrey Pines. Billy Ray Brown. This is his 3rd tournament of the year. He had not made the cut in his first 2 outings, and what an exceptional week for Billy Ray, who really was questioning his future in golf. Contemplated perhaps a career in the television booth during the off-season, but he's coming back, and what a boost this is for him this week.
Hole today is cut 70 feet from the front, but just over that bunker, 15 feet from the left-hand side. So as you see, 144 yards, and he needs to make a birdie before Tiger makes a birdie to keep the pressure on him.
Well, he's got it just left of the hole.
He got unlucky, got caught a little bit in the fringe. If that had been just about a half a foot less, that would have backed up about 6-8 feet.
Rare hit from the fairway.
Kevin Sutherland, the 3rd member of this group. Kevin finished in a tie for 3rd here last year with Davis Love and Tiger. Scott Simpson prevailed in a playoff over Skip Kendall. Taking a drop here, David. What's the reason?
Well, he hit it right in the center of the fairway, right on the 100-yard marker. That's 100 to the center. Flag a little further back. He's got 106 to go. So that's a free drop.
You should get a free drop when you're that accurate, David. Hitting it right in the middle of the fairway every time.
Well, Tiger just said he has never seen anyone drive it straighter than this pitching wedge.
Like pitching wedge? Yeah. I don't know. You think you can carry it 103 right now?
I don't know. Is it hurting at all?
I got pretty much straight across. That flag looks like it's helping a little, though.
What you thinking about, David? Sand wedge?
Should be straight across. I'd lean towards that club right there.
Well, he's definitely got sand wedge.
You got behind it.
He hits his lob wedge a very long way, and he knows he has to spin this one. Difficult flag to get at. But this is his stronger sand wedge.
He's taking his time, and
well, it looks like he's gone back to the lob.
got to come right over the top of the bunkers. You see the flag back there. Not much green between the bunker and the hole.
Well, that's a good contact. That should have some spin on it.
That's what we talked about with that spin. You know, it can hurt you as much as it can help you, because that with that slope, you could have brought that back just a little bit easier.
Right, Tiger leads by 2. Again, Jim Nance, Ken Venturi here alongside. And Kenny, what about Tiger's play and what you expect here on the back 9 today?
Well, let's put the key to Tiger Woods' game. In the first 3 rounds, he played the 12 par 5s and 12 under par. And then again on the 12th hole, which plays 468 yards, ranked number 1 in difficulty for the week. He played that with 3 threes. So take the par 5s and the 12th hole alone, he's 15 under par.
And you saw the stretch now, the last 29 holes, 16 under par. He birdied his last 2 holes on Friday. There was a point Friday where you thought he might miss the cut. He was right on the borderline and birdied his final 2 holes. And now here he is leading this tournament. Yesterday, if you weren't with us, he began the 3rd round 9 shots out of the lead. And by day's end, with his 62, he was the leader by 1.
Well, I feel that this is a good golf course for him because of, 1, the par 5s and some very long par 4s, and his length is a big advantage, Jim.
All right, back to the play at 11. Bobby Clampett with the call. Bobby?
Thank you, Jim. Bill Glasson on the tee at the par 3. Downhill into the wind.
Bobby, that's a 4-iron from 205, and it's hunting the flag if it's the right yardage.
And the play here, you want to be a little short, Peter. Play for that uphill putt on this very severely sloped green for a long par 3 hole.
Well, the breeze is starting to freshen out here now.
Let's go to 10.
Well, you talked about the par 5s, Kenny. There are 2 here on the back. The 13th, which certainly could be reached in 2, and the 18th always seems to fall victim to some spectacular shots, and often is the hole that decides it. I know you could say that just about any tournament, but there's so many numbers that come into play at the 18th here, anything from really 3 to 7. You see some quirky things happen at the end of this tournament often.
The 18th has produced 10 eagles already, and Tiger Woods, as we spoke about, the par 5s coming off an eagle chip in at the 9th hole. So the par 5s are right up his alley.
Well, he led by 1 coming into this final round. 5 times in his PGA Tour career, he has led through 3 rounds. He lost the first time he held that lead, and that was one of his first events, the Quad City Classic. The man who beat him was Ed Fiore. I had a visit with him yesterday, and so did you, Gary McCord. And what was the reason we were able to take away why Ed's the only guy who was ever able to overtake him? Gary McCord actually is shifting to another tower right now, but Eddie talked a lot about that day and what a highlight it was for him. And here, Tiger Woods looking for birdie.
Coming up the hill a little bit, right to left. Well, he has given them answers. I'll tell you right now, they put a push on him. He comes off chipping in, got a good break at 9, chipped it in for eagle, and then comes answered back with this 20-footer for birdie. So that ought to bring a smile to your face. It would mine.
Caddy is an old amateur competitor and high school rival, friend Brian Bell, who looped for him when he won the U.S. Amateur at Pumpkin Ridge. Fluff Mike Cowan is back home in Maine. Tiger yesterday with us here in the 18th Tower. Passed along a special hello to Fluff, who's just taken the week off. He had slotted all along, Brian Bell, to be down here in Southern California to step in for the week and let the 2 old friends share some more good times.
It's always nice to have friendly person on your bag and someone that knows your game, and really it's not that you're trying to get them to give you the clubs. What they give you more confidence. That's right, you got the right club.